Today we sit down with Henry Barrera, the Director of Performance for the Flames men's basketball team.
Coach, thanks for coming by.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
First off, you're like the man on Twitter, right? At Hoop Diaries.
Hoop Diaries.
Want to get it right, follow him. You're always on there. You're always just dropping knowledge on people, all these things that you're kind of thinking about. We know if anyone on the staff is the top Twitter follower or follow, you would be. Who would be number two?
Number two, I'd probably have to go with KG, Kyle Getter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does he do a lot on there? Or does he just retweet you all the time?
A little bit of both.
Yeah?
A little bit of both. Yeah.
Tell me about, you seem like one of those guys that's a learner. You're always trying to gain knowledge. Have you always been that way, or did you kind of grow into that?
I kind of grew into it. You know, I think for me, I live by this mantra, learn, share, and grow. And, you know, I've had people in my life that have just fed into me. And that has made me become just a learner. You know, I think as soon as we stop learning, like John Wooden says, you know, the game is over. So, yeah, for me, it's just continuing to feed my mind and challenge myself. And you know, I'm around such great men in Kyle Getter and Richie and Brad and Marcus and Chelsea. They just continue to push stuff, and I just read it and share it. So.
Director of Performance is your title. Mm-hmm. That's more than just the physical side then, is that right? Are you doing more, or do you take that on as part of your role, kind of the mental aspect of things as well?
Yeah, you know, our word last year was mindset. So we have a performance model that we use for men's basketball. So it's built on 5 pillars. The first one being mindset. Yeah. The second one is sleep. So nutrition, training, and readiness. So we think those 5 things, if you're operating at a high level, those things come together. So we're trying to get our guys really accountable every day for how they're living.
I see you too, tweeting all your healthy food, all you're doing with that.
Yep.
Do you have a cheat day? Do you get out? And if you do, what's kind of your thing? Like, oh man, if I can go off the straight and narrow, that's what I'm getting.
You did your research on me, man. So, yeah, so we do a cheat day at home. My kids love it. You know, we have 4 kids, and so they wake up on Saturday morning and they start yelling, "It's cheat day! It's cheat day! It's cheat day!" Lately, we've been into homemade pizzas. Yeah, so we've been making our own little pizzas and putting whatever on them. And I'm a big sushi guy too. I love wasabi down the road. So you know, there's a couple vices.
So Saturdays is the day to crash your place for pizza. Is what
Typically, we try to plan it. So like, if you said, "Hey, you want to have dinner on Wednesday?" Well, then I'll plan my cheat day on Wednesday, so I know like I have the freedom to eat what I want to eat, and I'm not gonna jam you up by like, "Hey, I can't eat that."
Good. I'm glad you're not that guy. That, you know, you go out and you're like, "I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna
try not to
sit here with my crackers or something." Yeah. You've worked with a lot of high-level athletes. Mm-hmm. You're working at Nike and all of that. Mm-hmm. Throw out some names. Who are some guys that you've worked with that have really kind of impressed you, or you know, you're around a lot of those type people are the people that have stood out? Yeah,
so I've worked a ton of events. I think the guys that have impressed me, Nicholas Batum, played for Portland, but he came in to shoot 360. We did some work there, and he hit his first 67 shots in a row. Like, picked up a basketball and hit 67 shots in a row. To me, that's kind of impressive. You know, and so just when you're around these guys, just to think about things like length and height and all that stuff, they're just so long. You don't realize it if you're watching it on TV, but when you're up close and personal, you know, Steph Curry, I got to spend a whole day with him, and we analyzed his shot, and we tracked how he shoots a ball. So his shot deviates 0.15%. You know, so if you or I got some shots, our shot's going to deviate 10 to 15%. You're talking about 0.15.
When you're around these high-level guys, do you see kind of a common thread with guys that achieve that much in a field, something that you can kind of take away? And maybe when you're talking to Liberty players, be like, listen, this is what I see in these guys. This is how good players get great.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, these are the nuggets. This is exactly what I tweet about, you know. So I think one of the things is, you know, I've heard that what you do in training and on the court will define you as an athlete. What you do with the other 20 to 22 hours that you have in your day will define you as a pro. You know, and we don't think that every one of our guys is going to be a pro, but if they have that approach of living life and preparing for, you know, academics and performance and basketball and all this stuff, if they have that mindset, I think that's going to be a separator.
At Hoop Diaries. Thanks for the time, man.
Yeah, no problem.